Good morning. It is day 142. It's about 7:45. We are doing the .9 road walk back to the trailhead we left yesterday. And today we're looking at about a 10-mile day to the Garfield Shelter campsite. We are hitting Franconia Ridge. It's a big climbing day, 2,800 feet of elevation gain. That's within the first 3 miles. So we're looking at almost 1,000 feet per mile. And we'll be climbing for the next 6.5 miles. So yeah, it's gonna be an exciting time. We're pumped up. And we'll capture as much as we can along the way.
Okay. Anybody notice anything new here about Shooter's Apparel? Turn around, honey.
Ta-da!
We are on knee brace.
Number 7.
He says 7. He actually found this one in a hiker box.
Yeah, it was free. It's exactly like my other knee brace. Yesterday when we were coming down trail, I pulled up my knee brace, and then the padding, the donut that goes around your kneecap, separated from the material. And I happened to look in the hiker box, and
Ta-da!
one of the guys, okay, just about 1.25 miles in, we're obviously still climbing. We'll be climbing for most of the day, but I wanted to give you an idea of the trail. Not too bad. It's been somewhat gradual, but the steepness is picking up and it is endless. Oh goodness, keep on going. Yeah, we're not even halfway yet. All right, we just made the 3-mile ascent up to the Franconia Ridge line. It's a nice, kind of flat area after that long climb up. Still has some climbing to do, but definitely a refreshing break. So along the Franconia Ridge, our first mountain will be Little Haystack Mountain, and then we hit Mount Lincoln, then on to Mount Lafayette, and then we'll close out the day with Mount Garfield. We had to do quite a bit of boulder scrambling on our way up to Little Haystack, but just wanted to show you the view we can see behind us as we ascend. Look forward to what is ahead. All right, we are now entering the Alpine Zone. Heading up to tree line. Little haystack.
Okay. A little haystack. Okay, that is Lincoln up there, Mount Lincoln, and it is 0.7 from where we are.
And beyond it is Mount Lafayette, and that is 1.7 from here. We're coming down from Little Haystack and make our ascent up to Mount Lincoln. Looks like some more bouldering on the way up to Mount Lincoln here. right, we've reached the summit of Mount Lincoln. What an amazing day. Apologize for the wind, but that's our next stop, Mount Lafayette. Identify that aircraft. That was amazing. We've been having this air show all day. So it's completely off on the aircraft. This is the Australian Army Air Force team working with the United States Air Force. The aircraft flying around are A-10s. These gentlemen on ground here, almost at the summit of Lafayette, are kind of doing coordination of targets, tracking, and how the coordination, the maneuvers, and how well they're hitting targets. So pretty cool. A-10s we see flying around, Australian. Australian A-10, that's awesome. Alright, we started our 2-mile descent from Mount Lafayette, and then we have about an 800 or 900 foot climb up Mount Garfield, and then we'll be heading down to the Garfield Shelter campsites. Roughly around 3-ish miles to go. It's after 1 o'clock. You can see the clouds are rolling in, and we're going to beat feet down the ridge line before the weather comes in. Okay, we are continuing our descent down from Mount Lafayette. There were no signs at each of the summits that gave elevation, but just as a reference, Mount Lafayette was our highest summit today at 5246. Certainly not the highest we've been on the AT, and certainly not the highest in the whites. We'll continue to go higher. We'll have about another mile climb down, and then we have another 800 foot climb back up to Mount Garfield, and then back down to the shelter. It's about 2 o'clock, and we got about 2.5 miles to go.
Descending down from Garfield, we're about 0.2 from the turnoff to the shelter. We did not hang around up at the summit for a view because it is sprinkling now, and so we're trying to hurry up and get into camp before it really starts raining. Alright, we are headed to the Garfield Ridge campsite, and this is our water source. Now heading over to the cooking area. They have an actual dedicated cooking area. Here's the privy. So I guess here in the whites we have to pay $15 a person to camp, which seems a little bit high for the amenities, but I'm sure it goes to good use. Here is the cooking area under the start. And we have a bear box.
Every night, this might be there every night.
You've never had Velveeta mac and
Well,
cheese?
I have, not out here.
Not on the trail. I have
We have it a few times, but it's heavy to pack.
Yeah.
All right, this is our first tent set up in the Whites. They have these large platforms you can see. Here's our tent here. Our vestibule is coming all the way off to the side, tied to the next one. There's Hollywood there, and then Blue's in a hammock behind Hollywood.
End of day 0142. We are at Garfield Shelter and Tent Sites, and we did 10.2 miles today. 10.2 hard miles.
Yeah, in that 10-mile stretch, we climbed over 5,500 feet of elevation gain. And after yesterday's 16-mile, 5,600 elevation day, I mean, we were tired. We were psyched up for Franconia Ridge all day. And we got so lucky, so blessed to have incredible views, the nice weather. But when you come down Lafayette, it's pretty long down and it's pretty steep. And then right before the campsite, you have to climb almost 1,000 feet right back up to go right back down. And so that was a rough 10 of the day, but we're at our first tent site in the Whites on these large platforms, and it's packed in here.
It's
right now.
packed, and you have to pay here. It's you get a discount as a thru hiker, so it's $10 each when we stay here.
It's normally $15 a person.
Yeah.
But when you do pay, you get a card that allows you to get a free beverage, free.
It's actually a free bowl of soup and like 2 baked goods at one of the huts. So we'll probably use that tomorrow.
Yeah. We're expecting rain tonight, all day tomorrow. We booked a hostel for tomorrow just because we know we're gonna have to dry out, and we do not want to go to bed with wet clothes and then wake up with upper 40-degree temperatures and wet clothes. So we're gonna be smart and get off trail in a warm bed, dry our clothes.
Yeah. All
But
right.
we'll keep you updated tomorrow. Hopefully the weather is not too bad. Anyways, it is what it is. We'll see you on trail.